What up, guys? It's the Legendary Gaming Channel Podcast, and we're back with another review of episode 117. And this episode focuses on androids and the beauty pageant you see afterwards. But it first cuts to them being all tired up, and it's basically a good time to make their moves around Goku. And I don't, once again, I still don't believe Goku's out of stamina. I've seen the episode both after this, and I don't think so. Just the whole Goku out of stamina thing has to stop because he's really not. If he can turn blue, then no, he is not out of stamina. So Hela gave Riverine some ideas like what to do next, and most likely this results in them going to Goku, and eventually it's Andrew. They have the most spoiler titles. Anyway, Vegeta tries to achieve Ultra Instinct by letting this Captain Pistol attack him with 300 plus attack by transferring this bee thing. It's funny to watch him try, but then again he starts like you know what, screw this, and just starts beating the crap out of him. And Reese has a point about it. This style is much better for Vegeta. And it then cuts back to Android 1718, and 18 has a sprained leg or something, and it looks like from what 18 is what 17 is saying. God, these numbers keep me for is that it looks like it's bruised a bit. It's bruised, it's like bloody for the stuff. It must be like internal bleeding or something. So 17 starts patching her up, and then they talk about like the stuff like 17 wishes for like to take the animals around the world for a cruise. This was more like what they'll do afterward, because if that was a wish on a Dragon Ball, that could be a selfish one if you think about the whole universe thing. But it's sweet. But like 18, I agree, it is a really touching one. 18 wishes the same thing for Krillin. Like they want like a peaceful like cruise or something for Krillin, for taking care of Krillin and Marin. But Krillin's pace isn't that high. Oh yeah, hold on. This is a question. What about the whole world tournament? Did Hercule pay up for like 2 million after the world tournament? I think Hercule did not pay up. Yeah, that's Hercule. He did not pay up for that 2 million. Maybe he did just to get a new house, but not enough to actually do with that, all that. It looks like a peaceful place. Uh, then Goku gets ambushed by five members of Universes. And at the episode after this, I will remember those three names because they're all part of one. And as Vegeta and not Vegeta, Gohan and Piccolo try to head to stop them, they're emptied by Sinel and Pinel from Universe 6 Namekians. And they are the last two left. I've seen episodes after this, and they're going to be quite a challenge, but most likely not. And River and Rosie are going to finish them off with a Love Symphony attack, but they're into by 17-18. So that or the three to keep keep an eye on Goku while they deal with uh while while they deal with 17-18. And it goes up fight 18 versus Riverine and 17 versus Rosie. It looks like a back and forth fight, but as Rosie throws with those punches and 18 with those love attacks, eventually this causes 18's leg to cause her a trip, cracking it. I've actually been there before. It's annoying, but this gave Ruby a free shot, but it decides to extend. Actually, 17 knows when to jump in at the last second. It makes me wonder what Rosie was doing the entire time. And then after all that, it cuts to this whole 18 and Ruby's chat about love, and 18 points out, unlike her, that she's married with a daughter and a husband. And then when Krillin would start treating her on, it seems like Krillin's been treating her on as whenever it's when during the shots of these, I feel like 18. Whenever you take a look at Krillin, when there's Krillin 18 shots, like camera shots, it always shows him chewing, but not really when they're normal. But that's his scene, so I don't really care. But This is what I find out of character about Riverine. She just because he's bald doesn't know that this is not that kind. It's a taint. It's kind of like not a taint of love. Like she tries to spread love out to the world, but doesn't seem to care about the love between Krill and 18. Not a good at writing with her. Like you better made her out of character. Like she was all love. Hell, she has members of the team that are not labeled as beautiful, and that they get the love thing. So it seems very out of character for Riverine at this moment. A lot of people don't like Riverine because of the love thing, but considering Toriyama doesn't know how to write love, and this is a parody, you have to take into that. I'm actually fine with Universe 2 doing that thing. It's kind of like it's a parody of Sailor Moon and the fight for love and stuff. That does make Universe 7 more of a villain if you put it into context like that. But since Riverine's trying to like not it does like not it does tip it to like make him less. But it's like I said, it's out of character for Riverine to do that since she's all about love and stuff. Even if they're not beautiful, like she has members of her team that are not beautiful, and yet this then Riverine starts attacking, and most of her attacks starts to fail. Maybe because the whole love thing, that like the battle of love having like tainted a bit of her attacks or something. I'm not sure. Eventually, Rosie actually hits Riverine, and it gets them an idea that they're gonna actually try to make them fight against each other. Well, it didn't turn out like that, but it did cause Rose to be eliminated after like baiting Riverine for attacks since you can't dodge midair. But after seeing that you can like blast yourself in midair and like do a key blast midair, wait, that has a good key. Oh, in real life you can't dodge in midair. Maybe you can, but you can't like probably tilting your body or stuff. But when you jump, you can't really dodge. Fair. Unless you, this was also Rosie getting hit with the Max Love Cannon, and then 17 with the eliminate Peanuts eliminate. Riverine eventually the fight goes up downhill with Riverine with the missing has 2-on-1 now. Now Riverine power down and back to her like real cute self and her attacks except she was able to bind 18 down so that they can perform their like love chant and give her more power. But I forgot to cut back to the Goku with those three other persons, and like they're just saying what to do with Goku. Goku still tries to fight, even with the no stamina. I put quotation on the stamina thing, because after the next episode, it's gonna be pointless in what you see afterwards. And the Goku's still trying to fight, even though he should run. Goku doesn't really run, except for that Broly fight, but it's not Kenan, but whatever. Now, this would cause Riverine to like be a big bitch now, and I couldn't see much of her face because her giant boobs were in the way. I wish Riverine was what the normal form was the one that got that size boost. It was much hotter. Possible but much fine. Now, 18 could not move and trouble, but with the power of real love, well, actually, still the power of love, honestly. 18 overcame it and basically like punched it so hard it shattered. So mostly it's like an illusion and stuff. 17 comes in with the assist again. Like 17 and 18 are way powerful team because they are the whole like twins and stuff. And eventually Riverine gets blasted through her like it looks like a illusion or something. I'm not sure. Eventually Brianna falls off the stage, even though she was located in the middle and probably would have fell down onto the stage, but whatever. She she gets really eventually she does cry after like that, but that's normal really. But as Brianna looks on, she finally notices that there's other love out there, which again is still out of character since she's all about love and stuff. This episode was I say it was a pretty good episode, though I'm still upset that no one got eliminated. Like still, really. I'm just like they're pacing this like they're eliminating the best characters, But Universe 7 has too much characters as it is already. Like, they have to start eliminating characters really soon. Otherwise, it'll look unbalanced. And the next episode is basically a spoiler, honestly. Like, people who write that title, they think, don't write that. It is vanishing universes. Keyword on the S on the end of the universes. Which means that since there's a vibe between Universe 2 and Universe 6, it's going to be a freaking. Both universes are races. Like, come on, dude. Like, for people who write this, don't write an obvious title like Fight to Survive or something. Like, that's a simple title. That's not spoiler. That is one of the most spoiler titles I've ever seen. Because it will show you what's really going to happen. Even though the characters that are left don't look much, putting a spoiler title does not help. Even as I watched this actually this is my second time watching it, so I can review it better. I watched it like when it came out, so I don't get spoiled ahead because of YouTube's. But it looked like we know what was going to happen because of the title of that thing. It's just like if the next they have to start writing titles a bit better though. They can't you can't just write a spoiler title and like oh no what's going to happen next, like yeah we don't know what happen next. So basically it's watching a pointless fight even though you know what's going to happen. Anyway, this episode was alright, kind of alright, not one of the best, but it was most likely the only thing that really took me apart of it was Riverine out of character in this whole fight. Like I said, she's all about love. Like she and like like you have to portray her as you were parodying her. You can't just you could have given her like a oh you could have made her like cute, but you could say you could have like River could have admired it, but at the same time she would like but I'm fighting for something more than just one person or something more like love to the universe stuff, not just make Riverine like not like the love entirely. That is not what her character is. You you basically messed up a parody, right? What you were trying to do, which is not a good writing move. I'm losing faith in Toei's writer's ability to write this arc. It's a difficult arc to write, but it's 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 not going their end. Anyway, this has been Kenan, Kaiser, let's gamer. I'm not OP. I'm just like that good. See ya.
It's time to jump up in the air, jump